My next guest is an international trapper, an entrepreneur, and a certified hustler. From pushing puppies under his own brand Candy Kennels to street racing and everything in between, he's no stranger to getting to the bag. Please welcome another longtime friend of mine, brought to you by invitation only, Big Trap.
Man, what's going on, man? Appreciate you for having me.
It's good to see you, bro. Well, let's start with where does the name Trap come from? What do you really go by? You go by Intertraptional? You go by Trap? What's show?
Well, everybody call me Trap, but I never made the name. Like my boy Skinner gave it to me. You know, just listening to that's when that Trap Wiz mixtape came out. 28 grams. He was calling himself Trap Wiz. Yeah, that's what it is. And Skinner just started calling me Trap, and I rolled with it since then. And everybody call me that now.
But you kept the name though.
Yeah, I liked it for sure. It was cool, and made it into Intertraptional. You know.
And what exactly is Intertraptional?
Intertraptional, like pretty much international, but traptional. So everywhere doing your trap, whatever that may be. And I started a blog about it, and I didn't keep up with the blog, but it's pretty much about everyone and their local hustles or even national hustles, you know, whatever it may be. Artist, painter, poet, don't matter. You own a corner store, like, you know, that's your trap. That's where you do your business. So I was trying to like delete the negative connotation on trap by using that word, intertraptional.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where do you think that, where did that come from though? That first inkling of like, I want to make trap not be negative. What is that?
Because that's just what it is. You know, it comes with a negative connotation to it. So I just wanted to make everybody feel included. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of kids be like, I want to be a trapper because they know what a trapper is. You know, they want to live that life. Well, you could be a trapper doing whatever you want to do. Your trap is your trap. You know, it don't have to be a house with boarded up windows. It could be whatever. This is your trap. That's what you do. So that's where it came from.
And so speaking of people having their own traps, what are your traps? What are your different ways of making money?
Well, like you said, with the Candy Kennels, I went in with my boy on that. It's been a great venture. A lot of ups and downs, but that's what comes with the hustle, you know. Nothing is like what it seems immediately. But if you're a real hustler, you understand that. You stick to it, keep going. So it's been great. And then my main trap is working here. I didn't finesse the system, for real. I went to college, ran a track, you know. Had a scholarship. I went to Texas State, man. And I used pretty much all that education, networking, all of that stuff to, you know, land corporate jobs. And that's what I do.
What did you get your degree in?
I didn't get it. That's what I said. I finessed. That ain't bad trap for real. I ain't got no degree.
That's what's up.
But I work corporate.
What do you mean work corporate?
Employee benefits, account manager.
Gotcha.
It's client relationships, things
big
like
business.
that.
Big business.
So I use that to fund, you know, my traps.
That's right. You got clean and corporate jobs now, but before this, you said you did some things that you stopped and you don't do anymore. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about those things?
Yeah, man. I just had to clean it up a little bit, be better, you know. But I used to get into a lot of hustles that, you know, land you places you don't want to end up being
right
at this age or ever.
Yeah.
And I engaged in a lot of activities like excessive drug usage, like drinking, lean, smoking. Nothing wrong with smoking. I just kind of like, I just kicked it along with
Might
the promethazine. Yeah, you know, I just did away with it. But I still enjoy go and smoke when I'm out of town, where it's legal, recreational. It's like cool. But that lean, I have to get about that joint for real. Kick the cold turkey.
Wow.
And people be asking me how I did it. I can't even tell you. I guess I just had a different motivation to do so.
What was your
It really wasn't hard to do.
What was your motivation though?
It's my daughter. Mm-hmm. I'm spending about who knows what per week on that.
Yeah.
So that's just one factor. And then, I'm sluggish. You'll get angry. When you start coming down, waking up, things like that. You're just not yourself. You'll feel different. Getting big. I mean, I'm still big, but oh yeah, man, I look like, I ain't gonna say Gucci man, but yeah.
You felt like
I could have been pushing about big, I could have been pushing about 220, man. And you know how little I was.
Yeah.
So like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm probably like 200 right now. But I was bigger than this for sure. But I was always conscious of things like that, man. So I was just wanting to do better by everyone.
That's what's up, bro. I'm glad you felt like you had to do that. Because everybody don't feel like they got to change their life once they start bettering themselves or trying to better themselves.
Yeah, man. But I think what it is, I don't know. It's like a thin line between doing something for you and doing something for somebody else. But it's really the same result. But if you're doing it for you, I feel like you'll hit like certain forks in the road to where it could lead you back to where you just started from. But when you're really doing it for someone else, in turn, it's just going to make you better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. You had that type of motivation.
Yeah, man. I don't, like, my mom, Nisa, and Logan, that's all I got. For real. I mean, I ain't gonna say that's all I got. I got a community for sure. But yeah, them my dogs. Yeah. You know my family. I grew up around all women. You ain't never seen a male, have you?
I heard about your brother, never saw him.
Yeah, I have a brother, and my sister, but other than, bro, that was it. And he was in the Army, the Marines. Yeah. So, straight women, aunties, grandmas, mamas, and nieces. And a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight women. So, I just did it for them. You just got to really believe in yourself. And it took me a while to do that, But just being confident in what you can do. For real. Like, time ain't on our side, but we still have it every day you wake up. You know what I'm saying?
That's play. I like
Straight
that.
So,
can you say that one more time? Do you remember what you said?
Time not on our side, but you still have it every day you wake up. So you got to use it.
Damn, I needed that one, bro. Mm-hmm. What's the first hustle you ever had? Like that really like got you?
Oh man. It's funny, it's in New Orleans, but I wouldn't really call it a hustle, but that's when I kind of learned about it. You remember, man, I went to school uptown. I grew up uptown, and I went to a little Catholic school called Our Lady of Lords.
Yeah, with Sam, my cousin, and my cousin's one,
right.
Shout out Sam, shout out Erica.
Yeah, shout out everybody from uptown, man, for real. Y'all family.
Yeah.
But you remember you used to have to sell them like chocolate or like raffle tickets. It wasn't even chocolates.
Oh, yeah, man.
You just selling raffle tickets.
Yeah, bro.
Man, I swear I used to have so much fun doing that because I used to always sell them out. I'll just be on my bike. My grandpa used to work at the cleaners on the corner in the 13th. Everybody knew my grandma uptown. So like I'll just ride from different places, projects, selling raffle tickets. And I was like, man, I always remember that because like every time I had the money in that envelope, I used to want to like tell my mom I didn't sell nothing.
No, I felt
but you still
that.
be like right up on me. She be like, what you do today? So I got to give her the envelope and whatnot. But yeah, that's really like,
that's real.
Kind of like my first instance of a hustle, I couldn't wait for that to come around.
Dang, man, you just brought me back with that one. I think about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
My uncles used to have us out there doing that.
Them raffle tickets
in front of stores, though.
They give you about like $4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go sell these raffle tickets. Dang. Man, we from New Orleans. I don't know if they do that everywhere, but that's where we.
Nah, they kind of sell chocolate out here, which is cool too. But
Yeah.
same thing.
Same thing. We from New Orleans, like we were just talking about, and Mardi Gras just passed, and I just went to the Oak Cliff Mardi Gras thing. That was cool, but it wasn't the same. I feel like we've been here for like 10, 15 years. How long? You know?
It's been 10 for sure. Should be.
Right, more than 10.
If you want to just say 2005, it's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's 20. We
Look
old.
at me not counting. Yeah, that's 20.
We old as hell. 2020.
Came here when I was 12. Yeah, for sure.
So that culture, right? I mean, you can pretty much in the culture. I'm not gonna lie. I see you everywhere. You be in the music culture with different people, and then you got the swing. I see you everywhere, bro. What's the difference between Dallas culture and New Orleans culture, and what are the things that you like about Dallas culture that we may not have at home?
Man, Dallas culture, coming from New Orleans culture, I really just enjoy it because one, I was of age to understand like what was going on, but it was different still from New Orleans. So what I mean by that is once I became involved in Dallas culture, I was still young, you know. Like New Orleans culture, I knew what was going on, but I'm just a little boy. I can't get involved with that at all.
Right. Mama not letting us go to Bourbon Street.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So that's one thing about it. And with Dallas culture, man, I met a lot of good people here, a lot of smart people. It really changed the whole dynamic, maybe, of me and my family. You know? Who knows? Like, we know what New Orleans is, what it is, especially uptown, but it's not all bad out there. I just feel like Dallas gave us a different dynamic, which made us stay, which made my mama make the decision because I had no parts in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she was like, okay, I think we could do this.
Yeah. I always say I felt like that was a blessing, Hurricane Katrina.
Me too, man.
In
for real.
disguise. I lost everything.
Same.
I mean, new shit, old shit, everything. But I feel like I gained something I never would have got at home, which is a sense of security. It was rough for me coming up. I lost family members. I mean, whole nine. But it's just like when I got to Dallas, the trap was different. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to a trapper. It's just like the trap in New Orleans was a little bit more grimy for me.
Yeah, roguish for sure.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
In Dallas, I felt like there was ways you can make money that wasn't too taxing on your soul.
And I agree with that, man. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like New Orleans, you got avenues for sure. But like for example, growing up in New Orleans, man, I already knew what I was gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew in high school I was going to St. Augustine. I knew I was gonna be in the band because that's what you want to be in New Orleans.
When you
in
want
the
to be
band.
positive, you want to
Yeah,
go to
you know
the
what I'm saying?
band. That's
you're gonna
music.
be in the band. I tried to be in the band when I came out here to Texas, but I went to school in McKinney at first. Right. Whatever.
Right. I
My
feel you.
bad. Yeah,
The
we're
soda
not
was a
doing
little
that
bit
one.
the same too. That's why I got out a little early.
But you know, the band is what I say. You get to be in the parades, halftime shows. You know, that's your spotlight out there.
Facts.
I play football and stuff like that, but the band, you get what I'm saying. So had I not moved to Texas, I wouldn't even know too much about running track to go to college, things like that, right? You know?
Yeah.
So you got to take it how it comes to you sometimes.
That's what I've learned. Well, you're into street racing, and I mean, you got a Hellcat. Not everybody got a Hellcat. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
So, where did your passion for cars come from?
I ain't gonna lie. I got that passion. I always had a knack for cars in New Orleans, but like the flashy ones. So like you'll see certain cars just driving up your street every day because it's gonna pass every day. You know, I had a knack for them then, but when I moved out here, that's when that muscle came to it. You know, like engines, how fast it go, stuff like that, man. And I got that from my boy Keith and my dog C's. I was just hanging out with them, just hanging, you know, my friends, and they was into it, and I was like, oh, that's what's going on, and I took to it, and you know, that's how I rode.
Man, that's an expensive hobby, bro. Hellcat. Just racing in general.
It is an expensive hobby. They more into it than I am. You know, I will get out there. I don't do that no more. I'm 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll get out there and like horseplay with them. I feel like it's a little road. I probably won't say it on the podcast just in case, but it's a little road we go to. And I horseplay with them. But other than that, I leave the actual racing to them. You know what I'm saying? I just like my car to be fast, look nice, and I'll be in it.
You still push it sometimes?
Oh yeah, I'll take it there.
Yeah. But
I'm not just trying to race everybody I see. You know what I'm saying?
You went through a period like that?
Nah, I actually didn't. I really didn't, man. Them cars go fast, bro.
I know. For real. I don't go more than 100.
Yeah.
Do you
Especially when you get up on that track. I never made a pass down the track before. So I always street race. But like, you know, you could go to the actual track.
Yeah.
Pay to get in. Whoop whoop. Like, they'll do that. I never did it. Because like, that's a different beast. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous, but it's fun. But nah, I'm good on that, man.
Did you just have a driver to drive yours?
I don't know if I would if I was to build one. Because like my car not fast enough just to get up on that track. Like people be having some stuff. For real. Yeah. What? Yeah.
So you don't feel like you competing at all?
Oh, I'm competing.
Okay.
With a stock car. But like somebody pull up with a Honda and they be done put 200,000 in that joint, boy. He be done made me look crazy. For real.
You just brought me to a great question. So I was going to ask you, which car do you feel like is good just as it comes, like with the factory parts, versus which car do you feel is the best to customize?
All right. Just as it comes, man, I'm going to go with Dodge. Like everything Dodge comes stock, great. Like nothing's wrong with it. They're going to give you the best parts, best engines. Dodge first. Well, let me not say all Dodge, but like Challenger, Charger, Jeep, yeah. And then to customize, man, it's easily, unfortunately, I would say the Mustang. Nah, you know what? It just got a lot of potential to it, but really it's like the Chevys, the Camaros. Because them LS engines, you could get up in there and just do whatever you want to them. Like they easily moddable. Like it's not gonna give you no issues to customize that engine. Dodge, yeah, you're gonna have some trouble because everything like locked in, intertwined, man. Have to change like everything underneath the bay for one simple thing. But Chevy, they let you have free range on customizing the cars.
What's like the best car you feel like you worked on so far or had so far?
Man, easily nah. If it's not my Hellcat, because I'm keeping it forever, man. It's not even running right now. But I'm keeping it forever, you know. Got to.
Yeah.
But if it's not that one, I'll go with my SRT. It was orange, 6.1. That car was great. I put like 130,000 miles on it. It was 2009. I finally traded in. It was probably 2016, you know, so I was driving it back and forth to school and never really gave me no problems.
What's your favorite car out of every car?
Challenger.
Out of every car? Every single car?
Yes, indeed.
Challenger. Damn, yeah. That's crazy.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm not selling that Hellcat.
Didn't go foreign at all. That's crazy. You into an American
made, man, for real.
Yeah.
But foreign cars are nice though. Don't get me wrong on that. If I had to do one of those, I like the Maybachs. You know, some sleek, classy to ride in.
Yeah. You're not
and Escalades, but that's American made.
You're not really into the Lamborghinis and stuff like that?
Not so much. They're just a little. They clean. They clean for sure. Like, I'm not gonna sit up and say I would never buy one. Yeah. Because if I had the opportunity to, I probably would have a few. But overall, they're just a little small. You know, like compact, cramped.
Yeah, they are very small. Not like I've been in one, but all right. Well, that's cars. Let's get into this balling situation, this basketball situation. So it's March Madness season. You know what I mean? Let's start with college ball.
Duke, baby.
I didn't even ask the question. He's straight out Duke, baby. It's always Duke. Yeah. How can you go against Duke? But so you got Duke against who?
I don't know. It depends on how the bracket set up. I could see. I don't know, man. I could really see Duke and Auburn, even though Auburn just, took that massive L to A&M. I could still see it, though, because they both really disciplined programs. And they've done exactly what they're supposed to do up until this point. Yeah. Like, you can't win every game. Well, you can. But, if you lose, it ain't the end of the world. That's what happened to Auburn. But I think Duke is a little bit better than them. For real.
Yeah. What about Duke makes them, do you think? I feel like they play very clean. Like it's like it's like how you even get that robotic with it. Like
exactly. You know what I mean? That's why I think they're better, because they kept the system in house. So you come from Coach K, legendary coach, right? Olympic, NBA coach, all that. You come from him, and your next coach is John Shire, who played under Coach K. And he was good. And the whole time Coach K was coaching, John Shaw was just sitting there on the bench as like what you would call it, the interim, like an intern, maybe. Yeah. And I could be wrong on that, but I know he was a part of that staff the entire time from the time he graduated. And then when Coach K left, he said, "John, you up? Head coach, same system. He know what's going on. He know the expectations. He know how to play clean basketball. Well, coach clean basketball." Yeah. So I feel like that gives Duke the edge for sure. Outside of like them getting one of the best recruits every single season. Right.
It's basically that passing down of skill. Like this is and how knowledge. We do things.
This is how we do things at Duke.
Yeah.
Like you're not jumping to a whole nother coach from somewhere that don't even match what you do.
Right. So switching over to NBA basketball, how do you feel about this Maverick Luka situation?
Man, it hurt me. And I'm, from New Orleans, man.
Right.
But it hurt me. I became a Mavs fan because of Luka, bro. And Kyrie, my favorite point guard ever. Like, I've always been a fan of whatever he did, even with Cleveland. Some people, they'll tell you, like, I will argue them that LeBron don't win in Cleveland without Kyrie. That's how much I like the guy.
Facts.
And he come from Duke.
That's basically he's Chris Paul.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
Chris Paul. I feel like he's better than Chris Paul.
He is. It's him and Steph Curry neck and neck.
Jeez.
They all do the same thing, but Kyrie's skill level is just different. But outside of that, I became a Mavs fan because of Lucas. So it hurt me, man, for real. Like, it's like a teeny part in me that be kind of like laughing, because I know I'm not supposed to be a Mavs fan. So I could kind of like tease my friends, but deep down, man, I'm really hurt about that. Yeah. I wanted Luka in Dallas for sure.
I said, like, it felt like we had got some excitement to the city when we got Luka.
Man, you hear me?
And then as soon as they made that decision, it felt like, well, there goes that excitement back to the losing ass Dallas Cowboys. And
then they stabbed us in the back with it. Like, it wasn't even like, it was no anticipation. and wasn't nothing like you could lead up to. It was just like 1 o'clock in the morning. If you was up, you was up. If you woke up, you seen what happened. Luka gone.
Trading people in their sleep.
Forever.
Yeah.
But man.
Why you think they go so hard on Luka though? I mean, they always talking about how he should be doing something more, but he's scoring how many points per game? I mean, what does it really matter that he has a few extra pounds? Maybe he doesn't play defense as much or something. I don't know. What do you think?
Personally, that's just, I don't know, man. It's really nothing bad you can say about him besides maybe, his diet, or he doesn't look a certain way to you. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to playing the game of basketball, he's done no wrong to the team, the organization, nothing. Like, he don't even be hurt like that. So all of that other stuff that they just kind of like throw out in the air, that's just to move people, to sway them from the original thing that happened, that it was a bad trade, terrible trade.
Why do you think they even did that? I don't even understand that decision.
I can't tell you. Like, I don't think nobody in the world could tell you besides the person that did it.
It feels like Dallas wants losing teams. That's just how it feels to me. Like,
there's so many narratives out there, man. They want to sell the team, move the team. I don't think it's none of that. I seen Anthony Edwards say when it first happened, he was like, somebody gonna have to do some digging to figure out like what actually happened, because you just don't do that.
Right.
You don't, like, even what Nico and the staff is saying about him being overweight, or maybe his habits, that don't even equal trade him. Mm-hmm. So something actually had to have
a player putting up this many points.
Yeah.
Why do you trade that?
You don't. He just brought you to the finals. He brought you.
That's so weird.
He made you a playoff team with like nothing on that roster.
I'll never understand it.
Even before Kyrie, so yeah, man.
Baby, don't you tell me. You know I'm a pimp. I got bitches trying to win me. Don't be running game, cause I had your head spinning. Acting like you got options when you know that I got plenty. Party, 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 party.